My name is Scott Reinhardt. I'm the Director of Canine Training at iCanine. I joined the United States Marine Corps in 1999. Once I found out there was a working dog program, I knew that was for me. I picked it up, I fell in love with it. For 8 years in the Marine Corps that I spent there, once I started working with dogs in the military, I immediately knew that this was the job for me. Just the bond between the handler and the dog it's immeasurable. It's something that most people don't experience. It's not just a pet, it's your partner. I got out of the Marine Corps and went into the contracting sector. Of course, the money was good, the war was kicked off. The dog program had really beefed up overseas for contract dog handlers. I picked up on a contract where I got to work with some pretty elite forces, and from there, there's no way I could look back. I had to keep going on it. Being a dog handler is not for everyone. You got to be patient. I always say being a dog handler or a canine trainer is almost the same as being a third grade teacher in a school. Dealing with the same mindset of kids. The only difference is in a dog, they don't just talk back, they bite back. For those who aspire to be dog handlers, there's two career paths that you can really take. You can take the military route. Depending on what branch of service you go into, there's a selection process to see who's actually cut out to be a dog handler. It takes a great maturity level, so you really got to be responsible. The second route you can take is law enforcement. Become a police officer, go through your probationary period, look for those job openings for canine handlers, and then they'll, of course, will put you through the schooling as well. And then once you've either got the law enforcement or the military background, you can either stick with those avenues, or you can get out and go into the private sector, working contracts or working for canine training companies. The canine world, the canine handler, every day I go home from work, I'm covered in dog hair. I smell like dogs. I probably have a lot of dog stuff all over me. It's almost a way of life for us, for being a dog handler. Funny story, my wife's even allergic to dogs, go figure, right? How's that work out, right? But that's the way it is. For myself, I had a few dogs in the military that, they'll always hold a special place in my heart because I was really involved from day one in their training onto multiple deployments with the dogs, and even going through some pretty traumatic things while I was in Iraq with a dog. It's really tough. I mean, I've been involved where some dogs were killed in action, which, touches everybody that was involved in that dog. And sometimes it's really hard to talk about, but as a dog trainer, you just kind of got to move on and say, let's pick up the pieces with the next dog. So be careful when you're deciding to do this. Make sure this is something you're really dedicated to.